Hello, folks. Look at this, April 5th, and it's snowing pretty good here. This is Anthony. Hey, hello. Today we're going to talk about summer storage tips for your Honda snowblower. This will work for any snowblower, any kind of small engine, before you put your snowblower away for the summer. I mean, I'm not even going to blow this snow, even if we got a couple inches, because it's just going to melt in the next couple days. But I'm already getting my snow blowers ready for summer. So let's get to it. Here's my 1132. And what I'm going to talk about is the recommendations that Honda makes for storing your snow blower for the summer for storage. And there's the reason I'm doing this is because Honda engineered one of the best snow blowers in the world. And I figured, well, these guys must know something, right? I mean, they must know what they're talking about. So we're going to go by Honda recommendations. There's three different types of storage for your snowblower or any kind of small engine. And we're going to talk about each one. The first one is storage between uses. Like in the wintertime, you get your snowblower ready for the winter. You might not use it for a couple weeks at a time. So I'm going to talk about that first. And what I usually do, like I just washed this yesterday. I washed it, I rinsed off all the dirt, and then I took a cloth and wiped it down. So they recommend that too. And it's a good thing to do between uses, cleaning out the snow and ice out of your chute and your augers, wiping down the machine, stuff like that. But between uses, less than a month between uses, what they recommend is keep the fuel tank full. And what I use, let me see if I can find it. Here it is, stable storage fuel stabilizer. I'll put a link in the comments so where you can get this. But I'm not saying this is the best. This is what I use. It's a fuel stabilizer that you mix with your gas before you put your gas in your jugs from the gas station. And this is what I use. There's all kinds of different types of gas stabilizer. So between uses, you want to keep your tank full with fresh gas, ethanol free gas if you can find it. And keep the gas tank full with the stabilizer. And that's pretty much all you have to do between uses on less than 1 month of a use on your snowblower. Now, the second type is called short-term storage. I've got this other machine here to show you something. But anyways, anything that's within 30 and 90 days between uses, once again, you want to keep the fuel tank full with gas with the fuel stabilizer. And what you want to do is you want to run the engine for a couple minutes, shut off your fuel valve, which I've already done. Can you see the fuel valve here? There's your fuel valve. That's on. Run it for a couple minutes, shut it off, and let it stall out, and then drain the carb. I put a rag down here because I don't want gasoline to get on my tracks. Here's a can. Here's the drain for the. There you go. I can drain the carb now. And this is for 30 to 90 days. And that's pretty much all you have to do if you're going to be storing your snowblower from 1 to 3 months. So that's your second type of storage. Now, the third type of storage is called the long-term storage. That's anything more than 90 days, more than 3 months. So, and the Honda recommends for any kind of storage that's over 3 months, you drain the tank and the carburetor. Then you want to remove the sediment cup. I got to get way down here. Here's the sediment cup down here. You want to remove that and clean it out. This one looks pretty clean. Well, there's a brand new carburetor on this 1132. So you want to clean that out, and then you want to reinstall your sediment cup. And then what you want to do is you want to change the oil. Now, if there's any contaminants in the oil, if the oil's old or the machine's been used quite extensively and it's between services, you want to drain the oil, change the oil so the contaminants don't stay in the oil all summer. So they recommend you change the oil. And then another thing they recommend is to remove the plug, which I did here. Remove the spark plug, put about a teaspoon of oil. This cap is about a teaspoon of oil. And I'm going to pour it down into the cylinder. And then I'm going to, once it's already drained down the funnel there, I want to pull the starter cord several times. And this will coat the cylinder with oil. So your cylinder will have a nice little coating of oil in it. And this is for long-term storage, folks. And after I've done that, I want to pull the cord until I feel resistance. Well, you have to put the plug back in first. You put the plug back in, and then you pull it until you feel resistance. And what this does, it closes the valves. And then you're pretty much set right there. Now, the last thing I do, I'll lubricate anything that needs lubricating, like right here. Yeah, some light lithium type white grease. I'll go through the machine. I'll just inspect it, and anything that needs lubrication, I will do. If I need to pull the boots on my cables here, pull the boots out off and spray some cable lube. I'll just go through the machine and check it, and I'll have a piece of paper with me, and it's like a mini inspection. I'll write down anything that needs to be done, because otherwise I'll just forget about it. And until next fall when I need the machine, and I says, "Oh shoot, I forgot to tighten this up. I forgot to adjust that. I forgot." So what you want to do is make a list of everything that needs to be done, and try to get to it in the off season before next fall when you need the machine. Okay. Now, if you have an HSS model with electric start, your battery, I don't have one. The battery will be right about here. Honda recommends that you remove the battery and charge it. You want to remove the battery and charge it, or put it on a slow charge, a battery tender for the summer, and then you can reinstall it in the fall. That's if you have the battery electric start HSS model. Now, when you store it, it's best to store it in a cool, dry place. You want it. I keep mine in the garage during the summer. I try to, anyways. I've got about 6 of them, You want to cool. You don't want to keep it out of the sun, and you want to store it in a cool, dry place. And if you have to store it outside or use a cover, make sure you use a breathable cover, not a plastic top or anything that's going to trap in moisture. You want to use a breathable cover, kind of like the one that Honda has, the Honda cover for it. And you want to keep it out of the sun in a cool, dry place if possible. And the one last thing I can think of, let me think. Oh, refer to your owner's manual. All these tips, most of these tips are in the owner's manual, except for the tip about inspecting the machine and writing down any kind of work it needs. That's what I do with all my machines, so the machine will be ready for next winter. So there you go, folks. That's how you store the Honda snowblower, any kind of snowblower or small engine in the off season. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.